Hello everybody, we are back again. Today it's sunny in the Netherlands and I hope everything is fine. And yeah, we have some better weather. We had a lot of rain in the Netherlands and it's summertime, of course, so I don't expect that many people inside in the live stream. I will today talk about a email somebody that sent me about one preset. He said, that's the whole story. I will tell you. It's his name's called Robert, and he showed me. And this is the text, and it's in Dutch. But he showed me, gave me an example of a what he calls the music is downbeat in reggae, and dub is skank is the accord in the downbeat in reggae and dub. And this sound is played by a sequential synthesizer. He did send me a YouTube video, and he had also the book did follow the book course, but had this question. And I played this sound, and I will play it now also. And it's pretty basic sound. The second sound is very hard for me to judge what it is because it sounds a little bit distorted. So I'm gonna play this very short YouTube video. It's it's called Samak Dub Jam Session number 9, and he uses the loop feature, I think. So I'm gonna make it here so that you can see it, and then you also can see this track. I will play it a few seconds, and then you hear what he plays on this sequential, which is essentially a very basic saw brassy sound. And the second time he plays another sound, which is a bit hard to hear because it sounds very distorted in some way. But let's play it. So you can hear the second sound is quite distorted, and so what I did is okay. Let's go back to the right setting. I did record it very shortly, and then we'll reproduce this sound using bit 2. So it's a pretty basic brassy sound, a typically synth brass sound, and most likely in the presets of bit 2 there are very similar sounds, but I want to make this one from scratch. So I'm looking here in the chat room. Everybody, by the way, good evening for the ones which are in the chat room. So let's go to the default preset, which we have in bit 2. I take this one. Okay, and I did record very shortly the audio example. So it sounded like this. So I'm gonna be in the, so this was the sound. Something like this, yeah. This is what he played. So it's a brassy sound, so I would take the saw waveform. Let's see if I have the right height. Okay, it's, I think, maybe 1 octave down. Not sure what he plays. Okay, that's the ring. So now it's you see, it's one saw waveform. I close the filter. I use a 24 dB filter. Give it a little bit envelope. Okay, let's see. So I'm pretty close already. So I'm a bit typical. course, this one is dry. I get also a little bit of attack in the amp. So it had a little bit reverb, I heard. So, okay, let's play it again. So this would be my variation on it. So let's give it a name. So this I would send to Robert. So what he plays is essentially a very basic brassy synth sound. And he plays a few notes in the lower section. Maybe that one's, yeah, that's something like this sound. So I would save it now. Save preset as, and of course I would call this one the skanky, or skank, how was it called again? Skank brass. Okay, let me check the text. Skank with S-K-A-N-K. Okay, so that's good. Rename. So rename preset skank synth brass. So of course Robert could adjust the reverb. So the other sound which is inside of it, it's very short play. So it's the playing. He could, so Robert, what you could do, probably you will watch this, is what you could do if you think it's a little bit too slow, is that you can go and change the filter envelopes to go. That makes that the attack is a little bit better. Filter you could change. So I would give it a little bit vibrato, that makes it a little bit more live. So I would call this one, second one, save preset as number 2. Here we go. And so the other one should then be, so if I go here and rename that one to number 1. So I have 2 of them. Oops. So this is the Skank Synth Brass 1 and 2. It's a little bit more percussive. Of course, I should give them a category. So I pick both of them: brass, polyphonic, bright, short, attack, short, release. Has a little bit of FX modulation. I did not use that one. Let me see. So I would apply to this one. So we also need to have some things going on here. Now we have the ribbon controller. So that one works. So this is the ribbon controller. Okay. So these are the 2 presets. And the other sound, indeed, my mouse cushion is dropped. This one I have beneath my wrist. Otherwise I get a sore wrist. And sometimes it falls down. So this is that was a question from somebody over the email. Took me a while for reply to this and make the presets here. I will send Robert the presets. I most likely I will add them also in the factory patches if they are maybe nice to have for music production. The other sound, I don't know what it is because it's too distorted. Yeah, it's hard to read the other one. For these, I will maybe try one of these synth sounds. If you go to the synth sounds here, and you could try the more the Princey type of sound, the Prince synth. Where are they? Prince synth 1. On top of it. But down without the delay. So that you could use as a second sound. I would shut down the delay and then, oops, no, shut down. Maybe give it a little bit of reverb. So that's the option you could have for the second sound. It's called Prince Synth 03. Shut down the delay here. Now it's on, but maybe that will be the second sound. Okay, so that from this question that came in. I'm checking here the chat room. I think everybody is good. Audio is good. Video is good. Yeah, sure. I check that. Sometimes I forget to have the right mixer set up in my audio card, and then there is no audio. But this time it's no problem. Okay, if you have a question, let me know. Currently, I'm working on the album, which should be released. I played one song already, I think a few weeks ago. So the album will be ready on eLive, which is then Saturday, 14th of October. And it would be great to be meeting there if you live in the Netherlands. Johannes Smulling is also playing on this event. So I think it will be very fast sold out. So if you want to have a ticket, wise to grab it. So let me give you the link. So give me 1 second. I'm not sure if I have the right homepage. Come on. Doesn't want to do it. What I want to do? Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, it's So check it out. That's the one. And it's going pretty fast now in terms of the cards. So it's the 14th of October. Stefan Erbe is going to play Dark Throne, Joan Christian, Control Room, and Johannes Schmöling, former member of Tangerine Dream. eLive is in the middle of... See if I'm showing you to you now here. Give me a second. You see it here. It's eLive 23. It's in Eindhoven. It's reachable with the train. That's not a problem. And there's also good parking next to it. So it's a very nice, very nice event, very nice concert hall as well. But be sure to buy the ticket on time because I think it will be sold out, I think in September for sure. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, Johan already, as far as I know, less than 100 tickets left. Yeah, I think they will be going very fast. So, but for the concert, you can come over there. But also, if you like to purchase my new album, it will be available. So I'm today. This week, today I'm working on another track I finished today, which is an older one, which is called Space Float, but I made a new version of it and an extended version. So, but that will pop up also in October. Okay, the other news is, of course, we are working on a new plugin FX, but I cannot show it already. But we hope to release that in September. So in September, we have for the Explorer 8 a nice new FX. Most likely not for everybody, but I think it's very cool in the way it works and what it does. Okay. Then there was another question about somebody mentioned very old style sound effects from the 70s. I would call them a little bit cheesy, but sound effects like these things. So the EMS type of sounds. So I mentioned to this person that we have in bit 2, in the sound effects bank, we have a lot of presets, but also in Predator 3. Predator 3 has a big collection of FX sounds. So let me see if I have Predator 3 here. Add track. I need to grab it, of course. Give me 1 second. Here it comes. And in Predator 3, you go to the manager, and we have plenty of banks. So you can scroll down. Then we have here in the 100 range, the 100. Let me see. All FX, these are over 200. Oh, this is one cool one. Nice effects. So these are all sounds which are created in Predator 3. Cheesy sounds. Noisy sound. So there are also a lot of the noise down, noise up, noise swell, which are used in dance music for breaks, you know, that kind of. So Predator 3 is on that subject really a preset monster. Sound effect wormhole. Very dirty. Yeah, very defect. So plenty of sounds. That's the eerie one, isn't it? Even a Mustang. So these are in the 111 banks. There you can find a lot of good, really very similar to the old analog style FX sounds. There's also a newer bank which has more recent. So all kind of. And even the Jean-Michel Jarre, I recreated one during the live stream. Saw down effects. And with the XY. So plenty of cool stuff. Okay, you see my sounds. I think that's for the... Oh yeah, that's for the video I did. But it should be also a personal bank. Oh, here's my personal bank called Rob. Okay. Oh, Jupiter pad created by Predator 3. That's a little joke. So yeah, we have plenty of very good virtual analog sounds of Predator 3. Predator 3 goes even beyond bit 2 in terms of synthesis, but therefore are also a bit more complex. So in terms of synth sounds, you can also have the the typical, let me say that, hybrid sound. So like this type of things. Okay, let me see. Here it is. This one. And this uses a wavetable. So this one uses the Vox, and it morphs from one Vox to another waveform. Hear that? Here you see it also moving. Yeah, the elephant sound from the Jupiter 8, that was indeed in the song Africa. And even it was sampled by a remix. Somebody did a remix on 12-inch, and then maybe he thought it was a real one. But it was the Jupiter 8 using cross modulation and with pink noise. I could try to make it again, but it was a very typical sound. But that's the difference with Predator 3 compared to Bit 2. Predator 3 has far more options in terms of sound synthesis. And audio quality, I think there's not that much of a difference. Essentially, there's no difference. But each has its own focus. So Predator 3 has a focus on very deep editing options, hybrid spectrum waveforms. You can draw your own waveforms. And with Bit and Bit 2, it's more like straightforward subtractive synthesis, although we did some very clever tricks to have also other options. So it's not only a basic virtual analog, but it also has some little nice, neat things to let it do some other stuff. I think for making this noise, this elephant, let me see if I can maybe make one. Here's default. And then I need, let's see what the pink noise does here. Pink noise. Yeah, tune noise. Not to the filter. And we go that one to the frequency modulation. Okay, and then we need a pitch envelope, of course. We could use essentially the source, let's say the filter 2 envelope. Put that one on the oscillator, pitch. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna succeed. So, and then of course we had at that time a little bit delay. I think it was a little bit lower. So that's a little bit the elephant sound, but it's that's better. It was a little bit too deep. So that's how I created the. It's a little bit like a bit like the elephant, which used in the song Africa. Of course, now I did it within 1 minute, but I think that's the way I created it, using in the Jupiter 80 cross modulation. I had one oscillator set to pink noise and modulated it. And I even had with the cross modulation and sync, it started doing weird stuff, and then I could even get cats, screaming cats. Now this is weird. Okay, it's already getting closer. I put a sync on. Yeah, elephant will not fit, but it's something like this. So I won't even store it because I think it's too way off still. So yeah, bit is then in that case very or these typical. Yeah, so hello everybody. I see some more people jumping in. Good evening everybody. If you have a question or something, let me know. In the start of the live stream, I played a skank preset, recreated it for Robert, who had this question. The second sound I could not recreate, but I hopefully the two presets created I will send to him, and hopefully that will help him for his own tracks. So okay, so I wanted to hear. Maybe I should play for you because we have some synth music fans inside of it. Play something from this new track I created, which is Space Float Voyage. There's a short song which is a Space Float, which was on YouTube, but I improved it, made it even nicer. And the long version is 6 minutes. And this one I finished this week, so maybe I should play it for you guys because I see we have some synthesizer music fans in the room, and this song is going to be on the new CD. So I will keep bit in front, and I need to see where the mix is, and it could be should be able to play it still. So it's called Space Float Voyage. So it's like floating through space. That's the idea behind it. Maybe you heard the song on my YouTube channel, but that was a very short version of it. Very more like a, how you call that? Like something for a TV commercial. But, okay, now I need to start it. I need to be in the right folder. Rob Papen CD2. Spaceflow Journey. So I will play it. So enjoy it. It's 6 minutes and enjoy the space flow together with me. So this will be on the new album available in October at eLive, Saturday 14th of October. Yeah, as you can hear, it has the nice RP verb to reverb, and yeah, even RG has been used. It's of course not fully Berlin school. It's really the style I make. It's melodic, but still you hear some influences, of course, from the Berlin school in terms of sequences. And as mentioned, it's typical that yeah, many of the youngsters never heard this type of music, so they're very used to dance, and there's always a you know. But then it's different. So yeah, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, Johan will be there at eLive. I'm pretty sure about that. Johan is always there. Johan is one of the cool people who help out on this day. Maybe Gerd Bruins will come over. That will be cool. And Gerd Bruins is based in the north, from what I understand. So yeah, just take the bicycle, start a few days ahead, and then you will be on time on the 14th of October on the Saturday, Gerd. It's doable with your bicycle. Okay, yeah. So that's what I was doing this week. John has holiday, so busy here with all kind of things, which normally John also does. But in the meantime, I'm creating the new presets for the new FX plugin, and then in between, I also create some music, which is of course very important as well. Yeah. Okay. Goedgekeurd voor de band from Doorsta. Yeah, some Dutch peoples here inside of it. Okay, if you have a question, let me know. Of course, the whole production is done by using the software. Works for me best. I have, of course, a lot of classic synths here, but if I want to have a Jupiter type of pad sound, I take Predator 3 or even Blue 3 or Bit 2, whatever pops up. I think this one I used in a new track I'm working on. I think this one. Pad 2. So that's really the nice analog style pad sounds so I create them in Bit 2 as I did in my original Jupiter 8 behind me. So yeah, Prisma is running smooth. The only point what we notice is that the original Predator has because Predator is also used in Prisma, sometimes has an issue. And the standalone version on PC must not select none. So if you have the output in the top section, you have then the standalone version you have in the top section. If you put up the standalone version, you can select your audio output. And on the Mac, we already uploaded a new version where you cannot select none, because if you have no output for a standalone version of Prisma, what makes the sense to using the setting anyhow, because yeah, there is no output or no sound coming out of it, but we remove that entry. But it seems that the original Predator, but we need to look into that. Sometimes it crashes, the original Predator. I had it not on my PC happening, but on the Mac I had it typically. So we're looking into this next week. John is back, and then we look into what we need to fix in the original Predator, because Predator is pretty much used in Prisma. And Prisma, of course, yeah, it's cool for stacking sounds. Let me see. I don't know what the issue is. If maybe you can know, let me know what the issue is with Prisma. Let me know in the chat room. what you need to do is, if you have the Explorer bundle and you install Prisma, then of course you can hear rescan plugins so that it does see the latest presets and instruments added. So if you go to the manager, super pads, and order by date, you have the first 10 new presets are there. The bigger one pad, for instance, you see Blue 3 is used combined with bit 2. Johan does mention the output issues, but also a lot of plugins are not recognized. Well, that's the rescan. So you need to click on the logo and then rescan plugins so that you have all the available plugins there. So if you have Explorer 8, it will be Bit 2, Blade. And then, of course, that's maybe another thing. You need to do the, you need to add the, from the Explorer 8 page, the Prisma edition. The Prisma edition installs Blade and Punch, the original Punch. So the Prisma edition is on the download page of Explorer 8. That one you also need to install. So to have also the older plugins working in Prisma. So go to the Explorer 8 download page, download the Prisma edition, close your music program, run this Prisma edition, included your Explorer 8 serial. So you need to have to use the Explorer 8 serial to install the Prisma edition. That will add the plugins which are then a bit older, like Blade and Punch, and then they will appear. So if that are the plugins you don't see, so Blade and Punch, that will be the reason, Johan, that that they don't appear. And I had also another pad which was very nice, and the Grease Evening pad, yeah, and that one's pretty spacey. But then we have the attack. You can change slow attack and release, make it even more spacey. And this preset uses from Blue 3 the kind of emulator GP pad, which is a kind of, it's not of course an emulator sample, but the character reminds me of the emulator together with the Jupiter stacked in the studio. So, and then on top of it, it has bit 2. So it's more darker sound. That's cool about the multi-control fader. So this is a very nice pad sound. Love to play it. So I only changed the attack a little bit more release, and this also things you can do, of course. Flutes in Galaxy pad. That's a good one. very, also pretty spacey sound. But there was another pad which I liked. The Solina Plus pad. Well, this is a bit like a big Vangelis patch where he used the CS80 together with the Solina strings. Can you combine an ARP with a pad sound? Yeah, definitely. So I could add here, although then I cannot adjust but I could say here, for instance, add blue 3 again. Of course, it takes more CPU because you are using now 3 instances. But here I would go down to arpeggiator sounds. Oops, ARP sound. This, yeah. Let me see, maybe a bit more subtle. Let's see what we could take. No. So that's possible. So this is with blue 3. But maybe you could also say Predator 3. Use there one of the, I think that one has nice bell sounds. So let me take one of the ARP, where is the ARP sounds or ambient sync? I think here. So this you always can do. So just if you have a nice preset, and if I would store this one, it would store this whole setting. But keep in mind you're using more CPU because you combine 3 synths together. That will be a bit more heavier on your synth. It's the same as having 3 tracks playing at the same time. So yeah, sure, these things are possible in the in another bank called Motion Picture. Here also we can do order by date. You have also combinations. So weird things. Tasty Groover. I think here we had 5 new ones. I have a very low tempo, so let's have a higher tempo, 110. So if I would go down to a beat, if there is a beat, but I don't have a beat here, you can really make nice combination sounds. And you can have up to 4 layers. Of course, yeah, 4 would be a bit too much. Then you already have so much, I think, less is more. So also with that kind of thing. But if you have, for instance, this and you think, okay, this is cool. You could leave things out. Only have this one. Or you do simply this combination. It's always possible, yeah. You always can add it or change the preset. Tension Ana tool, which is the analog tool. Yeah, here's twice bit 2. Let me see if I have some beat below it. So this is cool, just combining 2 sequences together. And so yeah, you can go up to 4 layers, but it's not necessarily needed. Okay, so let's see the chat room. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong one again. Yeah, so what is important with if there are Apple users, if you run the installers of our software, always reboot, because in Apple there's always a lot of cache hanging around which messes up things. So if you would install Prisma, always reboot, and then next time Prisma will appear, do a rescan so that you see also Predator, bit 2 and Blue 3. And if you miss Blade or Original Punch in Prisma, because they are used in Prisma, then also run the Prisma edition, which is in the Explorer folder. And so that's the whole thing. Yeah. And what's mentioned, we have some issues with Predator, but we hopefully can solve this next week. Okay, guys. It's almost 1 hour. We don't have any demo song left from Tom. So what I could do is go out with the short version of Space Float. I will play that one as an end, and then yeah, hopefully next week we have another live stream. And yeah, hopefully I can show then the new FX we are gonna release. Yes. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I go out with the. Okay, no, I'm in the wrong folder now. Need to be in the right folder. Sound and then CD2, and we go out with 1. Oops, 1 second. Yeah, it's getting late. I'm missing my own flow. I should be good here. Why I don't see the folder? Terrible. I'm getting older, guys. So I will go out with Space Float and then the short version, which is only 3 minutes. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time, next week. Bye-bye, guys. And we go out with Space Float.